Every single day, you click that little button without thinking twice. Accept cookies. Done. Move on. But what if that one click just handed over more personal information than you'd ever give a stranger on the street? This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is the invisible economy running underneath every website you visit, every search you make, and every product you browse at 2 in the morning when you can't sleep. And almost nobody talks about what's actually happening on the other side of that button. Welcome to TinyButWise, where we take the small things you ignore every day and reveal the big truths hiding inside them. Now, before we go any deeper, we need to ask you a few questions, and we want you to answer honestly. When was the last time you actually read a cookie consent notice before clicking accept? Do you know how many companies receive your data the last time you visited a news website? And here's the one that might genuinely surprise you. Did you know that right now, somewhere on a server you'll never visit, there's a profile of you that includes your health concerns, your financial anxieties, your relationship status, and your late-night shopping habits? If you felt even a flicker of unease reading that, good. Because that feeling is the beginning of understanding something that the internet has been hiding in plain sight for years. So let's start at the very beginning. What actually is a cookie? Strip away all the tech language, and a cookie is simply a small text file. That's it. When you land on a website, that site places this tiny file on your device. Think of it like a digital stamp on the back of your hand at a concert. When you come back, the bouncer, in this case, the website, sees your stamp and knows you've been here before. That's the basic idea, and honestly, in that original form, cookies were genuinely useful. They kept you logged in. They remembered your preferences. They save your shopping cart. All helpful things. But then the internet grew, and so did the appetite for data. Here's where the story splits into two very different paths. The cookie that helps you stay logged into your bank account is called a first-party cookie. It's set by the website you're actually visiting, used only by that website, and in most cases, it's completely harmless. It's just that website doing you a small favor. But the second type, the third-party cookie, that's a completely different animal. And that's the one hiding inside most of those accept buttons you've been clicking your entire online life. A third-party cookie is not placed by the website you're visiting. It's placed by someone else, an advertiser, a data broker, a tracking network that operates silently across hundreds of thousands of websites at once. And when you click accept, you're not just making a deal with the website in front of you. You're shaking hands with an invisible network of companies you've never heard of, whose entire business model depends on watching exactly what you do online. Let's make this real. You're sitting on your couch in Phoenix, Arizona, on a Tuesday night. You start Googling symptoms because your knee has been hurting. You spend about 20 minutes reading through WebMD, Healthline, and a few Reddit threads. You don't buy anything. You don't sign up for anything. You just read. And then you close your laptop and go to bed. The next morning you open your phone, check the news, and suddenly you're seeing ads for knee braces, orthopedic specialists, and joint supplements. It feels eerie. Like the internet was listening. But wasn't listening to your voice. It was reading your cookies. Every site you visited last night almost certainly had third-party trackers embedded in it. And every one of them logged your behavior, passed it to advertising networks, and those networks spent the night building a fresh chapter in your digital profile. Now here's the curiosity loop we promised to close. How many companies actually receive your data when you visit a single website? You might guess 3 or 4. The real answer will genuinely shock you. Studies have found that a single major news website can have over 60 different third-party trackers running simultaneously. 60 companies watching you read one article. Some of those companies are names you know: Google, Meta, Amazon. But most of them are invisible players in a multi-billion-dollar data industry with names like LiveRamp, Oracle Data Cloud, and Latam. These companies don't make products you use. Their product is you, your behavior, your patterns, your predictability. And this is where the myth-busting moment arrives, because most people believe that cookie banners exist to protect them. They were told that. But the uncomfortable truth is that in many cases, those banners were designed more to create the appearance of consent than the reality of it. Researchers who study user interface design have a term for this: dark patterns. These are design choices made specifically to guide you toward the option that benefits the company and away from the option that protects you. Think about every cookie banner you've ever seen. The Accept All button is always large, brightly colored, and impossible to miss. The alternative, Manage Preferences or Reject Non-Essential Cookies, is almost always written in tiny gray text tucked into a corner, and if you actually click it. It opens a confusing menu with dozens of toggles all switched on by default, requiring you to manually turn off each one at a time. Some websites make it so difficult to reject cookies that most users simply give up and click Accept just to make the banner go away. That's not an accident. That's a calculated design decision made by people who know exactly what they're doing. In Europe, laws called the GDPR force companies to make opting out just as easy as opting in. Rejecting all cookies must be one click, just like accepting them. But in the United States, there's no equivalent federal law. The closest thing is California's Consumer Privacy Act, the CCPA, which gives California residents the right to opt out of the sale of their personal data. But if you live in Georgia, Ohio, Illinois, or most other states, the protections are dramatically weaker. You are largely navigating this alone, and the companies know it. Here is the most powerful truth in this entire conversation, and we want you to hold it for a moment. The internet you experience is not the same internet your neighbor experiences. It is not neutral. It is not random. It is a personalized environment constructed from your data, shaped to reflect what algorithms have decided you want to see, what you're likely to click, and most importantly, what you're most likely to buy. The ads are targeted. The content recommendations are targeted. In some documented cases, even the prices you see on shopping websites are different from the prices shown to someone else, based on data collected about your income level, your location, and your purchase history. You could be paying more for the same product as someone 3 miles away, and cookies are part of how they figure out they could charge you more. Every click of accept is another data point added to a profile that never gets deleted, only expanded. And that profile is being used right now to influence your decisions in ways you're not consciously aware of. But here's the empowering part. You are not powerless. Go into your browser settings right now. Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, and block third-party cookies. It takes under a minute. Download a browser extension like Privacy Badger or uBlock Origin. They automatically detect and block trackers without you having to do anything. And the next time a cookie banner appears, look for the reject option. It's almost always there. They just don't want you to find it. Take the 10 seconds to find it anyway. You came to the internet to read, to connect, to shop, to learn. You did not sign up to be a product. But that's exactly what you became the first time you clicked accept without reading what you were agreeing to. And the most unsettling part is that it happens billions of times every single day all around the world because the system was designed to make sure that's exactly what happens. So here's the question we'll leave you with. If a company can build a profile of you this detailed just from your browsing habits, what does that say about how well you actually know yourself and how well they already do? If you found this video valuable and learned something new, do us a favor, like subscribe to TinyButWise and share it with your loved ones. Now your turn. Drop a comment with the next topic. We read every comment, and the best suggestion gets a shout out. See you there.